It should come as no great secret that Christmas is my favorite time of the year. But somewhere in the middle of December, I become a little saddened. And I'm saddened by an age-old debate, that of Bethlehem's mystery and the North Pole's reality. And I would pause here for a moment and ask the forgiveness of some, for it is not my intent to offend, only that I wish to share a story that is near and dear to my heart. It is called Go and See. The year is 1965. It is December 24th, Christmas Eve. And Ethan is in the room he shares with his two younger brothers. They are listening for things. They take turns going to the window, tired eyes searching the night sky, ears strained to hear a voice echoing on the wind saying, "Now Dasher, now Dancer." They talk in whispers, eagerly anticipating what the morning will bring. Sleep is elusive, but somewhere in the space of night and dawn it comes with much tossing and turning, if only for a few short hours. The morning sun is just beginning to peek through their window, and Ethan finds himself being shaken awake by his younger brother Josh, who is yelling at him to, "Ethan, wake up, he's been here, come and see." Ethan stretches, gets out of bed, while Josh runs down the hall to eagerly join his brothers, who are having a similar conversation with Mom and Dad. Mom and Dad. They too have had a long, sleepless night, what with some last-minute wrapping, sorting of presents, and some small assembly required. But they smile, wish each other a Merry Christmas, and Dad, in his slippers and robe, looks over his shoulder with a promise of, "I'll put the coffee on." And then he turns back to his two boys, each holding one of his large hands in theirs, pulling him towards the door, and they hear that one little four-letter word that all children hate to hear on Christmas morning. Wait. Mother stifles a laugh and grabs her camera. She heads downstairs to find three little boys so excited they don't know where to begin. Presents are stacked in three neat piles around a well-lit tree. A filled stocking bearing the boys' names lying atop each. Mom starts snapping pictures. Ethan checking a plate and an empty glass that he had filled with milk just the night before. She takes several pictures of her boys, capturing that moment to them when everything in the world is magical. But she takes more of Ethan, because she knows in her heart it's only a matter of time before he finds out. Fast forward. The year is 1966 and school has just let out for Christmas break. Ethan is walking up the driveway. His shoulders are slumped, his head is down. Mother looks out the window and quickly opens the door. "Ethan, honey, are you okay? Baby, what's wrong?" Ethan looks up. He has been crying. "Some kids told me at school today, Mom. Tell me it's not true. It can't be true." Mother hugs her son close and suggests they go into the kitchen for a little talk. For Ethan and many children just like him, Christmas would never be the same. The magic died with the myth. And Ethan would spend many years trying to replace that magic and trying to figure out what, if anything, Christmas was really about. He thinks the house next door knows. They have the most lights, or perhaps it's the house across the street. They make a lot of money and they give some great gifts. But more than likely, it's the big house around the corner. You know, the one that people drive for miles just to see. They have lights, they have money, and they send the best Christmas cards. That is, unless you forget to send one back and find your name removed from the list the following year. In 1985, Ethan could sum up Christmas this way: too commercial, too much stress, too many bills, and just not worth my time. He tells a friend who stops by the office to wish him a Merry Christmas that there are two kinds of people at Christmas: those who might think they know what Christmas is about, and his kind. We don't want to know. We just want it to be over. The year is 1985. It is December 24th. And Ethan finds himself sitting uncomfortably in church, invited to go to a Christmas Eve service by some friends, and not wanting to hurt anyone's feelings or ruin anyone's Christmas, he decided to go. But he insists they sit in the back. He looks around awkwardly. He's surprised at the number of people who have come out on Christmas Eve. So crowded is the little church that all the pews are filled and folding chairs have to be brought in to accommodate everyone. On the stage, in front of closed curtains, is a large live nativity set. It's complete with stable, straw, shepherds, many childlike angels, wise men, all surrounding a kneeling Mary and Joseph. One energetic little shepherd is busy poking Joseph in the back with his walking stick. Somewhere on the third row, a mother bows her head and closes her eyes. To the right of the stage is a large black Bible sitting atop a wooden podium. It is open to the book of Luke, from which the pastor is reading the Christmas story. Now, this is a story that Ethan has heard many times, but until tonight, he has never felt. With his eyes closed, he can smell the dust from the road and feel the gravel beneath his feet. He can feel fatigue beginning to pull at him as he makes the long journey with Mary and Joseph from Nazareth to a little town called Bethlehem. And he shares in Joseph's growing anxiety and frustration at having traveled the crowded town looking for some place to stay for the night, only to find that all the rooms have been taken. The inns are full. And then joy. Joy at finally finding some place to stay for the night, even if that place happens to be in the back of a stable. But joy is fleeting and gives way to worry and pain as Mary labors to give birth. And then he finds himself cowering in a field of shepherds as an angel has appeared suddenly, bidding them, "Do not be afraid." And then he has to shield his eyes from a blinding light as a multitude of the heavenly hosts have joined the angel in saying, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men." Ethan opens tear-filled eyes, raises his head. The house lights dim. The curtains slowly part, revealing a choir illuminated by soft candlelight. Somewhere in the audience, as if on cue, a newborn infant cries softly once. And as the choir begins to sing O Holy Night, Ethan feels something stir within him he has not felt since Christmas morning 1965. And with a childlike wonder and excitement, as the choir sings, he hears a small, still voice in his head whisper, Ethan, wake up. He's been here. Go and see. Ethan doesn't remember rising from the pew or who was sitting next to him, or who in the audience was looking his way as he stepped into the aisle and made the long walk from the back of the church to the front of the stage. He paused several moments to look at the star, and then he knelt down and looked deep within a stable into a manger, where he found the most beautifully wrapped gift. It had a tag that said, to Ethan, with love. And it was at that moment that Ethan was able to replace the lost magic of Christmas with its true meaning. The understanding that Christmas wasn't meant for everyone else. It was meant for him.